This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2021 Sunset Trail model 291 RK. Okay, so here we are at the door side rear. So this has power stabilizer jacks. There's one switch for both rear, and then there's another switch up front for both front. Of course, you don't lift the trailer with them, you're just going to stabilize it. And also right here, this is a quick connect for the LP system, so you can plug your grill or griddle, whichever you have, into that before you can use it. So yeah, you've got a grill here. You can see here's the other end of the hose that plugs into your quick connect down there. Of course, this slides out, and looks like it's never, I would venture to say it's never been used once. You have a refrigerator. This just works on a 110 AC, so it's like a dorm refrigerator. There's no switch. As soon as you plug the trailer in, it turns on. Okay, so this is signal out, TV signal out plus power, so you can put a TV there. Outside speakers, you have a power awning with LED strip. Okay. Of course, your steps fold in and out of the trailer. You can adjust the length of the legs by pulling this pin here. There's one on each side. You can adjust them accordingly. That is your sprayer. It goes into a sprayer port, which I'll show you. Small crank right here. This, I'm sorry, let me get the camera on it. This one is for the power tongue jack, and if it fails, you can take the plug right out of here, put the crank on it, and crank it manually, so you can always get yourself out of trouble. Okay. So up front here we have the power tongue jack. Of course, you got two LP tanks with regulator. You got a deep cycle marine battery and a kill switch for the battery. So you can shut the battery off when you put it into storage, for example. You can shut it off so it doesn't drain down as quick. But all other times you want it on, obviously, because your tow vehicle charges the battery and your power converter charges the battery, so you always want it on, except when it's in storage. Okay, this is your power cord here. It's a 50 amp system, so you know when we give you reducers to reduce it down. This is your hitch here. It's a Husky centerline weight distribution hitch with built-in sway control. We'll show you how that works when you pick up your trailer. This is your dump hose back here. This is your water station here. The most common way to get water to the trailer is hook the city water up right here. Turn it on and you're all set. If you're at a campground that doesn't have city water, you can pre-fill your fresh water tank and then use the onboard pump to pump the water. Okay, and also after you dump your black tank, you can leave the valve open, like it says on this sticker here. Leave the valve open, put your hose on at the dump station on there, turn it on, and it'll spray out the inside of your black tank and clean off the sensors and that sort of thing. All right. Quick drain. This is just if you can see the white, hopefully you can see that, the white gate valve, that's to drain your fresh water tank. Okay, so your slide out is called an AccuSlide, just so you know. There are different types. Yours is a AccuSlide. Okay. I don't have the key for this right here, but this is just hookups. This is for campground cable and satellite, that sort of thing, to hook up. This is where your 50 amp power short cord goes. This is your water heater. Now the switches to control the water heater are inside the trailer, but I just want to show you that this is the drain right here. You take this off, it takes an 1/16 6-point socket with an extension, so you can get your ratchet there or your breaker. But that's where you drain it at. Okay, it works on both gas and electric, and I'll show you those switches when we get inside. This is where that sprayer port goes that I told you about, or showed you. You have a ladder, which is great because you can, you're supposed to inspect the roof every 90 days. So you or have somebody else go up there. Be very careful, obviously. But you look at all this, the sealant and caulk, and you're looking for separation or cracking or anything that would allow water to get in. Also, you look at the vent covers, the roofing material, anything up there that could get damaged by a low branch or road debris flipping up there. You always want to give that a good look over too to make sure there's no problems. If you do see an issue, odds are you won't see issue for a long, long time. But if you do see it, that's why you're inspecting it. If you do see it, you get it taken care of immediately. All trailers need to be inspected, the roof. Do not use caulk from a hardware store. Always go to an RV place, explain to them what you're doing, and they'll give you the right stuff. Okay, so, let's see where I'm at here. Okay, so we have some remotes here. TV remote, your radio remote, TV remote, and this is your fireplace remote. Now, the fireplace works on 110 AC. You can adjust the appearance of the flame. You can adjust the fan speed because it is a space heater. So you got off, low, and high. You can set there's a timer, and you can set the, let's say you get up at 6 in the morning. You could set it to turn on at 10 minutes to 6, and it will take the chill out of the air for you. Okay, your sound system, it has Bluetooth, so you can hook up wirelessly from your phone or tablet. It has an AM/FM radio. You can stream off this USB right here. It also has 2 speaker zones. A is inside the trailer, B is outside the trailer. This HDMI is an in. So if you wanted to go into the system with, let's say, a portable Blu-ray player, you could just set it here, plug it in, and go right into the front like that with the HDMI. You could use that a game machine, anything that goes straight into it. Okay, this is your power converter here. This converts AC to DC power. So you have regular circuit breakers like you'd see at home, and they're all labeled. That's 110 AC. Then, on this side you have the power is converted to 12 volt DC. So you have 12 volt fuses there, and they're all labeled. So that's where the DC power. Now, when you're plugged in, this is smart in the sense that it'll sense how much energy your battery needs up front, and if it's low, it'll send 10 amps or whatever it needs. If it's charged, it'll just trickle a couple up for maintenance, so it'll keep your battery charged up. Okay. Also, if these fuses blow, they'll light up, and you can actually see them glowing through this tinted plastic here. Okay. This device here is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector and a low battery alarm. So if it goes off, obviously you take everybody outside, leave the door open, shut the gas off at the front, figure out what's going on. It should always be green, like it is. I'll set it through the test here. Oops, or will I? Oh, I got the battery shut off. Okay. Anyway, it'll beep in a normal fashion for carbon monoxide or LP gas, but if it beeps very slowly, it's telling you your battery is low. Okay. Same beep, just slower. Now, this is these cushions come off, the backs come off, and this folds into a triple 3-panel hide-a-bed with foam panels on it. It's actually pretty decent. You have some theater seats, recliners here. Range hood with fan and light. Microwave works like any other microwave. Let me do it this way. I don't know if the gas is on either. I'll give it a shot. This is the sparker here on the left. You turn it clockwise to spark. So you go to turn the burner on. No gas. I think I'll go turn it on so you can see it. The thing is, you turn the sparker clockwise to get it sparked. You'll do the same thing for lighting the oven. The oven has a pilot light in it at the bottom, at the back. Keep that in mind, but oh, come on. So, see, they were off. It's best to turn both of them on because the regulator will just switch back and forth if you do that. Okay. So it may take a minute for the gas to get through the line, depends on where any of the air was purged out. So let's just see here. We'll go to high. There you go, right off the bat. So it's that simple. Now with the knob to the right is the oven knob. So what you do, down here, all the way to the back is a pilot light. I don't know, I can maybe spark it so you can see it. It's hard to see. But you're going to go to the picture of the flame, then you depress it. Keep it depressed during the whole procedure. Then you spark this, turning it clockwise, until the pilot light down there lights. Once it lights, you're still holding this in. You hold it for another 10 seconds or so to heat it up, and then go to operating temperature. When you shut it off, the flame goes out, obviously, but so does the pilot light. So you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. Down here, this panel here held in with 4 screws. All the screws are number 2 square-headed screws. Keep that in mind. If you remove this panel, you'll see the back of the water heater with the bypass valves and the stuff you need to winterize the trailer, okay? You always got to remember to bypass your water heater before you pump antifreeze into the system. Okay, so this is a 12-volt DC refrigerator. So it runs on 12 volts. Basically temperature up and down. It has power saving modes here. It's very, very simple, but it's got more cubic feet than just a gas absorption does. It goes back farther, so it's actually a larger refrigerator. Okay, let's see if I forgot anything here. No, it looks good. Now your thermostat is right here. You're basically going to use the mode button. You push the mode button and it'll go from fan, which is the air conditioner running without the compressor, then it'll go to cool, which is the air compressor, or I mean air conditioner, and then it'll go to furnace, right? Always, when it comes to fan speed, always use it on auto if possible. It's good to keep it on auto. And then let it choose how hard it's got to work. Okay, so your sink and shower work like any other sink and shower. Always remember to run your fan with the shower so you pull the humidity out. These things are built really tight these days. This is a GFCI. Even the plug on the outside is wired through a GFCI, so if it blew out there, you'd be resetting it here. Now, when it comes to the toilet, let me see if I can. This is the flush pedal right here. Right? So, when you step on it, obviously water comes swirling out and the trap opens. So you can't use this dry. You can't use it without water and chemical in it. So when you get to the campground, you hook up your power and your water. You come inside here, you dump your chemical, 1 dose right in the bowl. You step on the pedal, the trap opens, the water comes swirling out and washes everything into the black tank. You stand on that pedal long enough to put about 1 gallon of water in the black tank. It doesn't have to be exact. Some people use more. But the main thing is you have to have some water and chemical in there before you start using it. Otherwise, the smell will be serious. So, it's important to remember that. Okay, there's a TV here. I'm not sure if that's yours or the story behind it. There's a bracket there. So, okay, this is your escape window right here. It's very simple. You're just going to push it all the way through and then grab a hold of this red tab and pull the screen out, and you can escape in an extreme emergency that way. There's storage underneath the bed. Not very clean. There's storage underneath the bed, and you have your hookups up here for your TV. You got signal and power, and then a bracket right here. Okay. All right, so I think that does it. Fire extinguisher. Okay, so I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Please remember what I said about inspecting the roof every 90 days. All the seals on this trailer, any place you see sealant from the factory needs to be inspected and touched up as needed. Never use hardware store caulk. Always get the correct stuff at an RV place. Okay? Thank you very much.